first component in our program is called the grounding virtues. I like the term virtues. Virtues are characteristics, qualities that we can possess, that we can have, that we can develop in our system, in our minds, and in the way we interact with people. The term virtue, if we take away the religious component that sometimes is associated with it, is a very legitimate, I think, terminology for what we're trying to do here. We're trying to develop qualities, characteristics of successful people, and not just not successful in the terms of financial success, but successful in that we have developed the following grounding virtues. The first one is belief. And we have to believe in something. That's the way the human being is made, that's the way the human mind works. If we add the component of faith, we have belief and faith. That is the first grounding virtue. It helps us establish a belief system, a system that will go beyond just the natural aspects of human mind and human thinking and human decision-making, to add a component, a spiritual component, a component from what I call the higher self, that brings in spiritual qualities. So faith and belief are a combination of mental strategies and belief strategies, and those belief strategies based on our inner higher power. The second virtue that we're going to look at is self-awareness. Self-awareness is being aware of this second nature, this I could call it divine nature. I don't want people to confuse that with religious kind of thing, because we're not little gods here. We are people that have this spark. And I think this is a divine spark. Once the spark is given and grows in us, it becomes a quality or a series of virtues. So if we're aware of that spark that occurs, this idea that we are more than just body, we are body, but we're more than body. We are mind, but we're more than mind. There's something in the higher self that I call the H and the S, the heart and the soul. So we bring in the heart, which is our ability to love, and the soul, which is our ability to connect with the internal, but also external source. Taoism refers to it as the source. Eastern religions sometimes refer to it as the universal presence. Whatever you want to call it, there's this accumulated spiritual energy out there that we can access. Once we become aware of that, aware of this dual part of our nature, that we are body, mind, soul, and heart. I guess dual in the sense that body and mind is the physical, and the heart and the soul is the spiritual. So this dual capacity is who we are. That's our self-awareness. We then move on to self-accepting. Self-acceptance is accepting, first of all, that we are moral creatures, that we are on this earth, that we have our physical limitations, we have our mental limitations, but we also have these mental qualities and these body qualities. So accepting it is that I accept, for example, who I am now. I'm what I would call an elder. I've reached the 73 score plus 10. I've accumulated a lot of knowledge and wisdom over the years. Wisdom and knowledge that I would like to pass on to you. I accept my position in life, having been accumulated this knowledge and this I guess this sort of system that has allowed me to really appreciate my life now. So I moved then into self-acceptance. I am my elder in my clan. I'm my elder in the community, and I'm here to pass on my information to others. I accept that my body is mortal. I accept that my years are going to be limited, and that's not a concern. I live in the present, and I live in the now. After we accept ourselves as for who we are So we believe, we develop a belief system, we become aware of our dual nature, we accept the responsibilities and the limitations and the qualities of our dual nature, and then we listen to the voices. I call it discernment. There are two voices: the voice of the mind, which is a legitimate voice, It's a voice that we, that is filled with our life experiences and our knowledge and wisdom that comes from our life experiences. It's legitimate. But its limits, it has its limits. It operates on past experiences, and therefore, when we want to dream dreams and want to go beyond and expand and grow, we have to leave that part of us behind and listen to the other voice, which is the voice of the soul, the heart, and the soul, the voice of the higher self. These two voices, one that keeps us grounded in these physical bodies, in this physical mind, and then the other voice which keeps us reaching out for those things which are beyond the scope of body and mind. It's the realm of miracles. Our final stage, when we get to the last one, is sort of cleaning up the past. We call it forgiveness, but forgiveness is more than just forgiving, wrongs that have been done to us and forgiving ourselves for wrongs we do to ourselves and others. Forgiveness is cleaning up the mind, cleaning up the past, cleaning up those things that would limit our ability to grow and expand. So those are the 5 virtues that will get us grounded in these bodies, but at the same time open to the great power of the universal presence and the great power of our higher self. So let's get started with the first one, belief.